This segment is brought to you by Gin Gators. We sink our teeth into service.
Hey everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. It's time to check in with the Assumption Parish, and for that, we go to Commander Lonnie Cavalier with the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office. Thanks for joining us, Lonnie. Things are kind of busy going on. I guess it's that time of year, right? A lot of people getting out and about, but a couple of serious acts that happened in the last week or so.
Yes, we've been somewhat busy. Thanks for having us. Jairus Samuel Plaisance, 39, 2019, Highway 1 South, Honestonville, Louisiana, was arrested on a fugitive warrant related to a domestic abuse incident in Ascension Parish. The Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office received a warrant from the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office with a location on James Jairus Samuel Plaisance at 6767 LM1 in Belrose. Deputies went to the location and did arrest Jairus Samuel Plaisance on the Ascension Parish warrant. Jairus Samuel Plaisance was booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on a fugitive warrant charging him with domestic abuse. Jairus Samuel Plaisance was transferred to the custody of the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office on Thursday afternoon. In an unrelated matter, Christopher Wayne Roberts, 39, of 6972 Highway 1 Belrose, was arrested on felony firearms assault charges arising from an incident near Belrose. Deputies were dispatched to the area of LE1 and LE999 in reference to a complaint involving the illegal use of a weapon. Deputies responded and made contact with the complainant near LE1 and LE999. The complainant advised that he was at a residence in the 6900 block of LE1 speaking to a female when her domestic partner arrived, became enraged, and fired several shots with a firearm. Detectives initiated an investigation and eventually made contact with the suspect, now identified as Christopher Wayne Roberts. At the conclusion of the investigation, detectives and deputies arrested Christopher Wayne Roberts and booked him into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of aggravated assault with a firearm, illegal use of weapons, and dangerous instrumentalities. Law enforcement officers did recover a firearm. Christopher Wayne Roberts remains incarcerated pending a bond hearing.
Yeah, that was that could get real scary right there. The next one has to do with a Brandon Travis Irwin, and that has to do with a unauthorized use of a movable.
Yes, Brandon Travis Irwin, 38 of 52525 George Street, Plaquemine, Louisiana, was arrested on felony charges arising from an incident on April 20th at a residence on Bell Point Lane near Napoleonville. On the aforementioned date, deputies were dispatched to the location in reference to a disturbance. Upon arrival, deputies made contact with the complainant, who advised that Brandon Travis Irwin had taken a vehicle without permission and refused to return the vehicle. The investigating deputy completed his investigation and filed for an arrest warrant against Brandon Travis Irwin. The Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office arrested Brandon Travis Irwin on February 24, 2025. Irwin was transferred to the custody of the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office on April 25th, 25, and booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of unauthorized use of a movable. Brandon Travis Irwin posted a $10,000 commercial bond.
And next up, it would be in Belrose, driving while intoxicated, and that was a Dominique Lewis.
Yes, the Quincy Dominic Lewis, 22 of 8176 Pecan Street, St. James, Louisiana, was arrested on felony charges arising from a traffic incident on Day 1. Deputies were tasked with dispersing a crowd at an alcohol retail outlet near Belrose. Deputies approached a vehicle and observed the male subject slumped over the steering wheel. As deputies approached the subject, he drove off. The suspect refused to stop for deputies and engaged officers in a pursuit situation that exceeded speeds in excess of 80 miles per hour. Deputies were able to successfully terminate the pursuit and arrested the suspect, now identified as the Quincy Dominic Lewis. The suspect was booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of aggravated flight from an officer, driving while intoxicated, possession of alcoholic beverages in a motor vehicle, no seatbelt, resisting an officer. The Quincy Dominic Lewis was released on a $90,000 commercial bond.
Wow. And again, it could have been another really scary situation there. And finally, a Jason Duet, and this was an investigation with a search warrant.
Yes, Jason A. Dewey, 43 of 340 North Holly Road, Laverdeville, was arrested on felony drug charges arising from an ongoing narcotics investigation. As part of that investigation, agents developed information indicating that Jason Dewey was trafficking in illegal narcotics. Agents developed probable cause sufficient to apply for a search warrant for a residence located at 340 North Holly Road. Agents were granted the search warrant and did search the property, resulting in the seizure of narcotics and stolen property. The suspect was arrested. Jason Dewey was booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charge of creation or operation of a clandestine laboratory for the unlawful manufacture of controlled dangerous substances, possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine, illegal possession of stolen things, possession of drug paraphernalia, and a probation parole detainer. Jason A. Dewey remains incarcerated with bond set at $150,000, and he was ordered held without bond on the probation parole violation.
Yeah, so very active time. As we're coming to the end of the school year, all those things have to be warranted. I guess people need to stay safe on the roads. I got about 10 seconds left, but still, this is the time for everybody to be on their best behavior, right?
Yeah, summer's here. School's getting out. We're going to have a lot of children in the communities, and we got to do whatever we need to do to keep them safe. And here we are, start of summer.
All right, Commander Lonnie Cavalier, thanks so much with the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office.
Thanks for having us, Howard.
Okay, we'll be right back right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Barker Honda. It's better at Barker.